you don't.
Don't
do it. Don't do it. You're gonna look like everyone else.
No, but I'm not getting like the cute bro stuff. Like they all copy each other, like spandex and the matching shorts. I'm like, I got my $10 cutoff sweats.
I love you.
No joke. I bought a whole bunch. I found like $9.98 for the legit old school cutoffs. And I started making shorts and they're like form fitted now.
Perfect. Oh yeah.
All right, so we're live on there. So I struck it because a lot of times the smalls sell out fast. I'm like, nobody leaves me. Who the frick wears what? 4XL? Who's buying these?
Good question.
Right? They're
Why
like,
are you making this?
4XL. Like,
where are you shopping? Where do you go?
Walmart, right?
Okay,
so I go buy
okay,
those because they make them nice and thin,
and
then I can cut them, no guilt, and then I make sweat rags with the bottoms.
Perfect.
I'm gonna make a hat with some of the bottoms, a winter cap.
Apparel by Joey.
So anyway, so like this is the fanciest tank top I have. You're kind of surprised that I'm even wearing a Vori.
Yes.
I only have this because the kids were like, we got to get him a nice shirt.
Aww.
Right.
Do you love it? Can you even tell?
Well, let's start recording first.
Okay, fine.
Ask me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Joey Atlas here, and
Patty Sound.
Fitness by Patty.
Fitness by Patty.
We're just literally flipping on the Candid Cam and the audio recorder for our podcast episode number 2 of the Midlife Fitness Mastery podcast.
Hey.
So we got a couple things going on here. The cam is actually live on my Facebook channel right now, my Facebook feed. If you want to do this next time, we can get yours on too. If you want to do it, okay?
Okay.
But that's also recording our video.
Okay, good.
All right, so that's going to go on the YouTube channel, the podcast YouTube channel. So if you're here, say hello. Don't be shy. Let us know you're watching. Let us know where you're watching from. We're going to see it later, and we're going to say hello back. We got our audio recording here. So if you're listening on audio, just know that there is a video version of this on our YouTube channel, which you can find by going to YouTube and typing in what?
Joey.
It's Midlife Fitness Mastery.
Day 2.
She's getting episode 2.
I know.
Well done.
Remind
All right, so Patty, so we're just getting warmed up here still. The first episode was a great icebreaker.
Yeah, it was fun.
Well done.
It was fun.
I liked watching it, listening to it again myself. I did.
Gonna be honest, I didn't do it.
I understood.
Because I can't hear myself and watch myself talk. Yeah.
If I could listen to my voice, you could.
have a beautiful voice.
Thank you. But you could listen to yours too. So today before we talk about the topic, which is, we got a couple of different names for this, and they're all pertinent, they're all appropriate, but of course, as we're recording this in real time, tomorrow's February 1st, 2023.
Right.
And you might be listening to this at the end of the week or in 3 years, but what we share is still going to be applicable, all right? Because this is principles-based with some specific tactics in here. Everybody's wondering right now, because a lot of people have they fallen off their New Year's resolution?
Yes.
How many? Like too many,
almost
right?
all of
They're done. They were done a week ago.
But we didn't call them resolutions here.
Right.
We
No,
said,
right.
what are your intentions? What are your goals?
Right.
What would you like to see different? You gotta reword it a little bit.
Exactly. It's like if you're still doing the New Year's resolution thing, all the diet companies have you where they want them.
Yeah, exactly.
All the detox cleanse programs have you where they want them. All the gyms that are selling you this front-loaded package got you right where they want you.
Yes.
We don't take that approach. This is more of a new life resolution.
Yeah.
Right? Renewal. Start new.
Renewal.
Big picture.
Restart button.
Right. So this is not, we're not coming here giving you all right, here's how you're going to get ready for this spring. All right. Even though the title of this is, what did we finalize it as? How to be fit, healthy, happy, strong, and successful. Because that's what it all comes down to.
Yes.
For spring and summer, but not just this year. How many years after? All of them. Every spring and summer. Right? So forget 2023. This is the whole shebang. This is all of life's seasons for all of life's all of the right reasons. Right? All of.
Oh, you're so cute.
I'm getting tongue twisted. I got these rhymes coming out of me lately. Yeah. I'm writing them in my book. We're gonna share some on here.
Watch out, rapper.
Yeah, watch out. Sometimes they just come out. I gotta capture them. So this is it. Like what we share here, people are going to be able to watch this next year at the same time, and this is still going to be applicable, still going to be pertinent, still going to be valuable. But we're sharing it now because that's when we're recording episode number 2 January 31st, 2023. So, we see some people chiming in, some people watching, saying hello. We can't see this far, but please know we appreciate you being here, watching, tuning into the live version of the podcast. So here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're both very busy. Patty is crazy busy, especially today. We were almost going to push this off until tomorrow. We've already pushed this off, didn't we?
We did push it off.
Right?
My fault. Totally.
It was
my
all
fault.
good. No, we needed a deep powwow.
Okay,
We needed a
yes.
multi-dimensional powwow
Yes.
to get that done first to set the stage for this. So we had the power. Some of you saw the beach photo because I put the beach photo
Oh, you did?
in my email
Oh,
newsletter.
awesome.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that was good.
Okay, I missed it. I haven't checked emails.
So yeah, that's all right. You're busy. See,
Okay.
she's busy. She doesn't even check the emails. So we had we set the time and day for this. Amira, her daughter, who's a boss.
Yeah.
She says she's
Mini
the boss,
She
right?
says she's a boss. She felt
You'll
sick.
meet her one day. She was sick, so we had to do some scrambling, but we're making this happen anyway
Yeah.
because Patty figured some things out.
Did.
So
Get some help.
we got about a 30-minute time limit here
Yes.
to get this done, so Patty can get out, pick up the kids from like karate, pick up Amira from the nanny, etc.,
Yes.
etc. Right?
All the things.
And we're working on our posture because we're
Last time
sitting
I
on
felt
these
slumpy.
Right, we were both slumping. I have a tendency to slump, so we're reminding each other to.
I have a
Get the
tendency
posture
to
up.
oversit tall.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm gonna.
But we can get away with it because we're good like that. Like we're flexible, we're mobile, we get the
Right.
core is all good.
That's right.
A lot of people can't recover from that. So our postures are up. You're going to see us correct ourselves, reset ourselves during the show.
Reset.
I might say posture up. She might do it too.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we're 5 minutes in. We got about 25 to go. So here's what we're going to do.
Tell me.
The topic. I am going to pose the question to Patty as if somebody new is coming to her, saying, Patty, heard so many great things about you. By the way, for those of you who are local or remote and you want to connect with Patty, let's say you're local and you want to explore Patty's private training, private coaching. What other options do they have with you in person?
Yeah, in person is all private. So I have a private boutique studio in North Jacksonville Beach. I'm currently across from Fletcher Middle School, so I won't give the address, but here I am. And then so we're currently running weekend classes that just started up on Saturdays at 9:15 to 10. It's a 45-minute class. Everything is kind of limited space, so you have to sign up in advance, pay in advance. Those classes are $30 per head. And then I'm also running workshops. So like this Friday, this Friday the 3rd is a Reiki class with readings or something like that. And then on the 8th, so February 8th, I'm having a yoga foundations with breathing class. There's a couple spots left for that. That's on my Instagram at Fitness by Patty to sign up for. And so yeah, just more things like that. I'm just trying to explore more.
And you're going to have
ways.
other people helping with these.
Yeah, there are other facilitators, so I'm just providing the space. They come in. I will invite everybody. Whoever's quick to sign up and say yes, then you'll win a spot.
Yeah, and if anybody's local who are they like, oh, I want to do private one-on-one
Personal
work.
training. Yeah, so personal training. So personal is 1, and then we got 2s and 3s. We can sometimes fit a 4, but I don't want to make it too
Small group.
Yeah, it's a real small group. It's very privatized, but yeah, it's available. Also doing range of motion stretch therapy sessions, and that's
Ooh,
private
yeah,
only.
awesome.
Those are
Awesome.
golden.
Yeah. And so if you're local and you want to track down Patty, see what her availability is, she is very busy, usually booked tight, but every now and again a spot opens up. You'll go to her website, right?
Yes, fitnessbypatty.com.
Fitnessbypatty.com. It's down here, fitnessbypatty.com, just like it sounds. And for anybody who's long distance, she's got a bunch of freebies on her site, a couple of good bits of material, right?
You can find some videos. I've got workout programs for beginners, intermediates, and advanced. Each of them are 8 weeks long, and you can find a link to buy on my website.
Yep, she's got good materials for people long distance, and she's got a YouTube channel.
I do.
Which is linked to from thefitnessbypatty.com, or if they want to find you on YouTube straight up, just go search fitnessbypatty.com, just like you would find the podcast, Midlife Fitness Mastery.
Yeah.
Podcast. All right, so good?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So here we go. Here's what we're going to do. Let's say I come to you, Patty, I heard so many good things about you. I need help. Like, I started my New Year resolution. That, the wheels came off of that, crash and burn. But I need to be ready by spring and summer. I really do. What do you suggest I do? And then let's see if you have time to work with me after you like tell me what you think I should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make believe somebody came and posed that question to you. What would the explanation be to them? What's the approach?
All the time.
All the time.
My approach is personal. I want to hear more about you. Like, what have you done before? What didn't work and why? And so, thinking more psychology. What are the habits that you're trying to break? What are the things that you've been doing like on repeat, and it's just that's your normal, that's your go-to, it feels good, you're used to it kind of thing. Is the patterns that you'll continue to repeat. So how can we break those patterns and make new ones? How can we break old habits and make new ones? And
nice.
Lately, I think ultimately everybody's kind of in the same boat as like we want weight loss, yes, we want muscles toning and all the things that we typically hear. But a lot of it is more internal. Like I want to either get more spiritual. I want to find more me time. I want to explore this spirituality, or like what is all this energy stuff? What is it? So that's another reason why I try to open the space up to people who are good at doing that. Like we all have gifts, and I feel like, well, if I can't service you with mine, I know someone who can, and so we all can share, our gifts to each other. But anyway, back to the point. Is what are your habits? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to change? And I like to know exactly what time you wake up. What are you consuming? What are you reading? What are you eating? What are you drinking? What are you doing, basically? And where are you spending all of your time? And for me, I mean, every minute, every second of my day counts, because then it snowballs into you're either losing it or you get a win.
This is good. Don't lose your train of thought. So if you're listening and understanding what's going on here, if somebody poses that question to one of us, now this one is being posed to Patty, she's not just saying, oh, you're going to do this, 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 and this. She's asking a lot more questions first.
I do.
To see where this person is at mentally, physically, spiritually, psychologically, emotionally. So that then her answer can be contextually proper for that person. Subtle, but you got to pay attention to this, because you want to think to yourself, well, oh, I get it. Where am I? Right? What have I been doing? Right. Where have I been? What repetitive things have I done that have not worked, but I still think I should be doing them? Like the typical New Year's resolution. Oh, I'm going to buy this diet, and I'm going to buy that workout 90-day blast program. Right?
Or I'm going to lose 30 pounds this year. What?
Right.
Like, what does that even mean?
I'm going to lose X by March 31st. No, so this is how a true professional peels back the layers to see what's under there, and then you start doing your magic, right? Yeah. So what would be some of the first stages of magic to get this person on track to where they need to be, at least knowing in their head, I'm making really good progress here. Not that I'm going to be exactly ready by spring, summer, but I'm on the path of progress, and I know I'm going to get there eventually.
Of course. Okay, so one of the things is like you have to be okay with saying no. I think a lot of it is we're so wired to just do what everyone else is doing or what they want us to do. And I'll just use drinking alcohol for an example. Like a lot of people are having a struggle giving it up, and maybe you don't want to give it up. I have had maybe 3 clients who are like, I'm going to do a damp January instead of a dry January. Like, I've never heard that before, but it's cute. What does that mean? And so then then I said, well, how many days, how many drinks, when is it happening? And then they're like, well, I don't know, just less than what it was. It's open, no, it needs to be measurable, like the SMART goals.
Gotta have the boundaries laid out.
Yes, boundaries for sure. So that is one, and then back to the habits thing. It's like when you choose not bad, but a more poor choice of food that's not going to be, energizing or maybe non-colorful or nutrient dense, then you're going to fall back into I already made a bad decision. I might as well make another,
Right. Let's wreck this whole week, and then I'll start over.
Sure. And then it's even harder. And then I have seen that when they come in, they're like, if they're food logging, they bring me their log, or they do it on MyFitnessPal, or however they're tracking their food. They'll say, "Oh, you're going to be so disappointed." And I'm like, "Wait a minute, I haven't even done anything yet." Like, does that mean that you're disappointed in what your choices were? But it was your choice, And so then it goes back to the whole mental strength of, are you really ready for this? And how do you prepare for that? Like, I could
Right.
then ask you, like, how would you mentally prepare? Like, is it just a choice? And you're like, darn it, I'm gonna do it, this time.
Right.
Or I really need someone to be my accountability buddy. And I mean, that's even why I have a job. We all have jobs.
Yep.
Be accountable, make an appointment, show up. There's many times that, you don't want to come.
Yep.
But the minute you get here and you start moving, then you're like, okay, you're out of your funk or whatever it is, and your sleepy eyes, you're done. Like, you've moved your body, your blood is flowing, things are good, and you're having a good time. And if you're with a partner or a small group, like, that's even more fun, especially if you like the people you're working out with.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, music is good, the exercises are fun. Like, there's so many layers to this onion.
Yeah.
It makes it so much more worthwhile when you're done. And the glow when you get afterwards, and the feeling you get days, after the workout. It's
right.
I mean, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. So so many people start the year with the goal of. By the way, I'm not going to lose my train of thought, but I missed this.
Oops.
The glasses, right? I was like last time. Ooh, I gotta tell her to
I'm so sorry.
Put a headband on.
I'm sorry, but this is my headband.
This is her headband today.
Headband.
I wanted to say it, so right now we're having a good laugh. This is good. We know her glasses are on top of her head. All right, we know. So this is her headband for today. It's a busy mom's headband.
This is fine. No.
Right.
This is outside, inside, outside, inside.
Especially here with the sun. So somebody they'll set these hard boundaries, like, I'm gonna do this, and this time I'm sticking to it.
Right.
Right? And then whatever, like a weekend get together comes, or somebody's birthday and they have like some pasta or cake and a couple glasses of wine, and they're like, oh God, I'm off my program. No. You can do that one day.
Yeah.
If everything else you're doing during the week is in the zone.
Right.
Like, 80% in the zone. You got almost all your training in that you propose to do for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the goals you stated you want to reach.
Right.
And the things you're willing to do to reach those goals. Right? So, okay. Right? And you got 80% of your training in. And maybe you missed a power walk, or you missed one training session, or whatever. And maybe your nutrition for the week was like, it was 79%, 85% in the zone.
Yeah.
Awesome, that's gonna work.
That's a win.
We keep that going. But then this one meal like triggers something. Like, oh, I messed up.
Right.
Right? Who told you messed up? Where does that come from?
Yeah.
Right? And then when they think, oh, tomorrow, the football games are on, I'm just gonna like let it all out tomorrow again. I already messed up tonight. And then Monday I'll start back over. Now, here's the problem with that. You can even get away with like an enjoyable Sunday where you like even loosen up a little more. But here's the problem. Typically, that person, when we say that person, we mean a lot of people. They do not restart Monday anything, right? So part of the problem is this mentality of, oh, I totally messed up, but I'm gonna restart. What are you restarting? If you think you finished something and you've ended something, you're already defeating yourself.
Right.
You're already losing, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not ending anything. You didn't totally mess up where you have to start over. You're just going to keep going. This is a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
Right? So many people don't even understand, like, you don't have to be perfect. You know this.
No, you're gonna just
right?
like walking
it's
on a
like,
sidewalk. There's a little hole. Okay, we'll go around the hole.
Right.
Okay, get back on that sidewalk.
Right. It's not like you had an enjoyable meal, and that means because all the perfect trainers and you better not have any sugar at all.
No.
Like, who says that? That's not true.
It's not sustainable. If you
Right,
want to
no.
enjoy life,
Like,
you want to have a good time.
Right.
with
It's a matter of having your mindset set in a way where you have balance in the big picture, and you understand you can have awesome weeks and not so awesome weeks, but still those not so awesome weeks are still productive because you don't allow yourself to think, oh, I messed up and I'm totally off the program.
Mm-hmm.
No, you just had like a mediocre week, which is okay, because in the grand scheme of life, a lot of awesome weeks and a bunch of mediocre weeks add up to a lot of progress.
There's a good average there. Yeah, happy medium there.
Right. So, in regards to being my version of how do I get healthy, fit, strong, happy, sexy, whatever, for spring and summer, I say, well, is it just the spring and summer that you want to be all that for? Or are there other spring summers? And they say, well, no, actually I would like to be like this every spring and summer. I say, okay, what about winter? What about weddings? What about birthdays that come around all the time? What about when you guys go on vacation in the winter? Would you like to be good for that? Well, yeah, now that I think about it, I would love to be like this all year round, not just every spring and summer or vacation or what have you. So we say, okay, if this is how you want to be all year round, is it all your life you would like to be like this? What you're aiming for this spring and summer? And I say, well, of course, yeah. And I'm like, okay, why? You know, what are the reasons you would like to be all that for the rest of your life? Well, I know it'll make me healthier, right?
It's so general, again.
Right? I know I won't have to do this yo-yo diet thing all the time that I've been doing, they say, all my life, right?
Right? Oh,
right?
Thousands.
Millions. Millions, yes. It is. Right. It's endless. People doing it right now watching this, they're saying, oh my goodness, I'm yo-yo dieting right now. Like, they know me. Yes, we know you. We've been in this our whole life. We know all the patterns. We know what everybody's exposed to, and it stinks.
But Joey, they might not know it's called yo-yo anymore because they're in the middle. You know, when you're in something, you don't really see it. You're like, oh, but that person's doing, not me, right?
Right.
So,
True.
But it's still called yo-yoing.
Yeah, because now,
and
right, and it's dysfunctional. It's troublesome. It's actually very unhealthy.
Yeah.
To do this up and down, peak and valley kind of thing. I lost it, then I gained it all back and more.
Yes, but then that creates even more of a mental, emotional dysfunction when then you don't like your own body, like you don't feel good in your skin.
Right.
You know, and that creates even more.
You have this ambivalence toward yourself, like, oh, I can't succeed.
Yeah, and then you get real picky. You're like, oh, but I like things, and like, oh, here,
right.
oh,
and
then
you go get a surgery. Okay, I'll get the surgery. Spend all the money. I'll be good. Slowly but surely, the weight starts creeping up, and they're like, "Oh, but I'm not even toned." Right? Hello. Like, you can take the skin off, you can take some of the fat, but you're still gonna have these flaccid muscles that are like deflated. So this has to be a for life approach, not for the spring and summer, but all of life seasons. All right. So this is the big strategic stuff that we're talking about. All right, okay, fine. Strategic stuff, we got to get your mind to look at your whole life. Tactical, what are some tactical things we could do? Like, okay, we got her in the right frame of mind, and him too. I got a lot of guys coming to me on TikTok. I got a lot of guys signing up for programs. Ooh, it's up to 104,000.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Joey.
Crank it. So
I think it's really important to see what you're doing. So I try to meet my clients where they are. I'm like, is it easier for you because you're on your phone a lot to snap a picture and send it to me? Okay, before you eat it, because if you're missing something, we add on to it. If it's too much, we take away from it. Okay, that's one option. Another one is write in a journal, old school style. I love pen and paper, and I know I feel like a dinosaur, but that's what works for me.
It works.
There's something energetically that comes out from me writing, and to see either what you just ate or what you're planning to eat. So if you lay out your day in advance, that's really helpful. Then you have to kind of stick to it. But if you just do it one meal at a time, could be helpful too. It's like, what will really work for you? I can't say this is good. For all.
We got to pause here. This is like, this one thing right here, this is actually, when we get our clients doing this stuff on a regular basis, and they are having to visualize everything going into their body, and all the activities they're doing, or not doing, and they're not writing anything down. They're like, I don't have anything to write down, okay? And when they are writing down what they've consumed that whole day, and they have to look at it with their own eyes, all in summary format, and share it with their coach, they start to develop a mindfulness about it. Like, okay, I'm going to be good here, right? And when they realize, oh, I was good for a week. I was really good for 2 weeks.
Good then, and they feel proud.
And Patty said, even though we went to that party and I had some of the pizza and I had like some of the dessert, I was good 99% of the whole week too. Like, I was in the zone. So she said, it's cool, and it's not going to wreck my whole progress up to that point.
Right.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Other people told me you can't have this meal, otherwise you're going to mess everything up.
Oh, that's so ridiculous.
Right? And so they start building these habits, right? Writing things down, looking at things. It makes people more conscious of what they're doing, because it's very easy to be not conscious of the things you're doing.
Yeah, you're on
right?
auto. Yeah,
you're on autopilot. You're like, if I'm not really thinking about it, but I just do it, like it really does. Nobody saw it. It doesn't matter. But if you have to record it, share it, look at it yourself, share it with your trainer or coach. Okay, fine. Maybe you're not going to be able to share it with one of us because we're not privately coaching you, but you can coach yourself that way. You can go online and find accountability groups. You can partner up with a serious friend or family member, not somebody who's, wishy-washy, this week they're on it, next week they're like, I'm done. You got to find somebody serious in order for this to work. I said, this just won't work with anybody. So find somebody serious. Say, look, here's where I'm at. Are you serious enough to want to do this with me, right? And then,
or can I count on you? Like, I feel like another little bubble to this is, I personally, I love to be needed and I love to help. And so when someone asks me for something specific, I'm like, let me give you everything, like everything, overflow of stuff. It might be too much to just say that's too much, but like I really want to set you up for success, because otherwise, I have all these resources and like networks that like, oh, you had no idea that was even a thing. Well, I'm in the market for it, this is my profession, and I want all of the wellness to work on me and us, and just so that you're open and know that's a tool from my toolbox. If this doesn't work, then this one might. And like with the pizza and stuff at the party we were just talking about, you may feel like it was a really crappy choice, but he did it anyway. And fine, then that was the choice. Your body might tell you later, like, I'm not happy. But
how much pizza did you eat?
Yeah, and so then later things will come up, and that's totally different. But yeah, I think the mental beating up is old.
No, there's got to be a little bit of balance. There's got to be some latitude. There's got to be some flexibility. But it doesn't mean those moments of having some flexibility, you go off the rails.
Right.
And then like one event turns into a full weekend, and a full weekend turns into 3 weeks. That can't happen, right? So part of having a coach or an accountability partner, whether it's real, virtual, high cost, low cost, it doesn't matter. But if you have that other set of eyes and that other heart paying attention to you, where you have to be in contact with, it does change the dynamics. Changes the dynamics big time, right? So, okay, this is really good mental stuff. This is really good. All right, tactically, what do you want to see a person doing for them to be in a good zone by spring, summer? Not necessarily physically perfect, but in a good zone where they feel like, I'm on the right track. Like maybe I'm not at my goal weight or body composition or exactly how I want to look, but I know by the end of the summer, I'll be even better. By next summer, I'll be even better. Vacation, better. Because they feel like, ooh, I'm in my zone. I found a good zone that I could keep doing this forever. This is so sustainable, both from the fitness perspective, the nutrition perspective, and the other aspects of it. What tactical things?
Huge,
ooh,
but
sleep.
Also, like the feel that you just said, that's huge. I think a lot of us are so focused on that external look, which is obviously, the cherry on top, but the feeling of you being able to pick up your kids or your grandkids, or like go play outside and not be winded, or go upstairs or downstairs, or even balance it on one leg, or just something so you don't fall. All of those things come
quality of life. Being
huge.
able to garden, being able to fish, being able to surf, whatever your thing is, or things or hobbies are, playing with the grandkids, or eventually when they arrive, you want to be ready for them when grandkids do exist, right? So all these things, they transcend looking good. If you do this stuff for the right reasons, you're gonna look good anyway.
Well, because your happiness will shine from the inside out, and you'll be like, I feel fulfilled, but because I'm taking care of myself, I wake up and I feel so much gratitude. I'm blessed. Not like, oh gosh, it's another day. Change the tone of the way you talk to yourself and the way that you allow you to consume stuff. Like, what's the first thing you hear? What are you looking at? And what are you
mental, visual, audible consumption.
Yes.
Be mindful of what you're consuming with all of your senses, not just with your mouth. All of your senses. All right. This is very subtle, but it's important. What are people saying around you? Are they feeding a negative mentality? All right. Are they feeding some toxicity just because of the state they're in?
Right. And then you believe it.
Right, and you believe it, or it affects you negatively, or it causes you to feel down about life, and then therefore you're going to make some bad choices that are not necessary because of some other human being's toxic state. You have to start
putting. You might bring someone else down with you too.
Right. You got to put the filters of discernment on so that you are consuming with all of your senses, not just your mouth, positive stuff.
Yes.
Life-giving material.
Yes.
Life-enhancing material. And when you do that, magically, your body is going to start getting better because you're making more and more better choices. You're in a better state of mind and spirit, and you're doing things daily that are contributing to your welfare, your improvement, and your progress.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A little bit of magic going on here, but this is not as easy. Oh, you're going to do this workout, you're going to eat this diet, you're going to blah, 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 you're going to take all these supplements, and you're going to be sexy by summer. No.
No. I mean, it reminds me of like when you try to force a child to sit down and eat. No one wants to be told what to do or that they can't do something. I mean, I am an Aries. I think in the horoscope world, like, if you tell me I can't do something, I am going to go do it. So, like, yeah. So we just have to make it realistic that, yeah, there's going to be times when you're going to fall off of your wagon. But again, just jump back on and make the decision. I tell my clients now, like, it's really just a choice.
Right.
Like,
You got to see it as not falling off anymore. You're just deviating a little bit. All right. Life is going to bring us times and events and moments where we do deviate. Sometimes we have to deviate because other people need us. They might need us for a day and a half. So we got to put our typical training aside. It doesn't mean you have to mess up your nutrition. Doesn't mean you can't do 5 squats or a basic plank when you're in the bathroom or in your bedroom or before the shower or whatever.
Calf raises while brushing your teeth, balance on one leg.
Right. Speaking of calf raises, I was doing my run on the bridge 2 mornings ago.
Yeah.
There's an inside joke to this, but I'm running. This guy on his bike stopped ahead of me after he passed me because he had to adjust his music on his phone, and so I'm taking a breather. I'm walking 30 steps, and he's like, "Dude," he's like, "your calves are freaking crazy."
Because they're like glowing.
So I'm cracking up because of the inside joke part of this, the history of it. I'm like, "Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I work on them hard." I told him, if you want to see what I do, just go to my YouTube channel. I do my mini calf session there. So anyway, that was funny. Tactical strategy, because we got to stay on course here. We're 30 minutes. We're just about done. We want to see you. I know we both agree on this. We want to see you doing some kind of gentle fitness training. Yeah. It doesn't have to be every day.
I mean, movement.
But some weeks it will be. Some kind of movement, physical movement. Want to see you doing some kind of cardio type routine. Again, doesn't have to be every day. And actually, some days your training can be that cardio.
Yep.
Okay? It can be some body weight, multifunctional, multidimensional, complete body training cardio.
But also, like, the word cardio, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I can't run.
Yes. This is what I'm saying. Like, you could do a simple 4 or 5 movement sequence that will give you cardio without having to go running, without having to be like a road biker, without having to be on a crazy elliptical machine if you don't like those. There are very simple ways to do even better cardio, literally in a 5x5 space with just your body. That's it.
Yes. And
maybe some good music in the background, right? Or a good podcast, okay? Yeah. Movement, it's got to be part of the regular routine. I give away enough free materials. Patty's giving away free materials. Go to her YouTube channel, go to her website, fitnessbypatty.com. If you can't create complete programs just from our free materials alone,
then you call me.
You get in touch with Patty, all right? But seriously, we make that so easy. So making the fitness part easy is step 1. Then you just got to do it. You don't have to go beast mode. We don't have to be monster CrossFitters, right? You're not Olympic lifters.
Nothing against them.
This is why the podcast is called Midlife Fitness Mastery. This is not beast mode all the way to the grave, okay? This is very different.
Yeah.
All right? So, the other part, sensible, delicious, gourmet fitness nutrition. We didn't say a diet. We didn't say, you gotta go keto, you gotta go 0 carb.
Healthy eating habits.
Healthy, delicious, right. If your nutrition doesn't taste awesome, you're missing out on some simple recipe tactics. Herbs, seasonings, spices, right? Like
nature's food.
She knows her husband Ronnie, he cooks awesome.
He's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah. Like they know how to cook so that you're never on a diet. Those of you who know me, the way we cook, all of my recipe videos, we're never on a diet because we know how to actually feed the body. All right? Call it what you want. I'm going to use God to simplify. God did not make us without all the proper foods on this earth to sustain life properly.
Amen.
Everything you eat gets broken down into the most minute cellular particles that become the new cells of your body.
True.
This is where renewal comes in. You want to renew your body, your spirit? What you consume is going to create the new you.
Yeah.
Right?
Preach.
All right, so everything. What you put in, you can't diet. You will continuously come up against the brick wall of failure if you're on some kind of diet.
I agree.
All right, so that's got to be the second part. What's the third part of this?
Talk it out. What did you just talk about?
The fitness training.
Yes.
The nutrition.
Nutrition.
And like we started with,
Well, I mean the sleep and the mental health.
sleep and mental health.
Yeah,
You
it plays.
got to get you good sleep. Now, here's what's cool. If you start doing this stuff, your sleep is going to get better. As a matter of fact, Patty's got a mini sleep routine. She's got some photos of a mini sleep routine on her site. Go look for it on her site. If you can't find it, reach out to her via the site. You probably get a word back from her assistant. I'm putting together a deep sleep slumber stretch routine that's going into Total Access. So all my Total Access members in the video on demand program, as you're watching or listening, that's either in there now, depending on when you're watching this, or if you're seeing this very close to the time we recorded it, it's going in there very soon. Sleep is important. And the other thing is, just like we started, you have to have your mental paradigm in the right place, both for the short-term benefits and changes and the lifelong benefits, changes, and improvements. If your mindset is not in the right place, anything you do is going to be built on a shaky foundation.
Right.
All right, so find people who are going to help you with your mindset. Listen to what we spoke about again. Take notes as you listen to this podcast again. Stay tuned for the future ones, because we're going to share more about the mindset, the psychology, the spiritual part of your fitness that is not so obvious, but oh, so important.
Oh, it's so important.
All right, any last words that you want to add in?
Love you guys. Thanks for watching.
She said she loves you guys.
Listening, and this was so fun.
All right, so she's got a roll. I got a boogie too. That's really it. We got a lot of stuff we're going to share in the future podcast. We're going to talk about lead cadmium levels in dark chocolate. A lot of people don't know about this. We're going to talk about definitely more mindset stuff. We're going to talk about specific things you can be doing at different times of the year to make your journey easier. We will talk about certain foods, nutrients, supplements. So any questions you have as you're watching this on the live, here's one thing you can do by watching this on the live, now or after the fact. Post your questions in the comments section for any specific topics you would like us to cover in the future. It could be very, very specific, or it could be kind of broad.
In general, we can
Yeah,
pick it out.
put it in the comments, verbalize it as best you can, and we will draw ideas from that to use as topic material in future podcast episodes. Cool?
Yeah.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Good work. Well
Shall
done.
we?
Beautiful.
Awesome.
All right,
See you
peace.
guys next time.
Much love. See you in episode number 3. All right. I don't want to keep you too long.
Okay,
We're good. We're good?
Yeah.
All right, so save. We should make sure we save this. All right, as you're still watching on the video, that's it. We're done. We're shutting off the audio. I'm going to save this, but if you can think of one person or more, one person or more to share this with, share it with them. Click the share link. You get the link. Send it to your boyfriend, your sister, your mother, your in-laws, your coworkers, your neighbors.
Friend, a stranger.
Anybody. Share it with at least one person to help make this world a better place, because the more people who are healthier, happier, feeling better, in better spirits, this world becomes a better place. And it starts with you, one person at a time. All right? Peace and much love to you.